All right, ladies and gentlemen, buckle in.
Buckle up.
Today, it's the Epique versus eXp showdown. We're covering commission splits, fees, teams, icon, power agents, revenue share, stocks, and make sure you hang out to the end where I go over my thoughts and the opportunity with each company as we go forward. So if this is the video you're looking for, make sure you hang out. We'll get into it right now. Hey guys, real quick, again, this is Travis Junty with the Agent Collab. I'm an agent here at Epique Realty, and today we're covering eXp versus Epique Realty. If you would like to know what it's like to partner with me at Epique Realty, all my contact information is down below. You'll see it down there in the description. You'll call, text, email, whatever is best. You'll reach out, we'll have that conversation. And hey, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the little notification bell. But notified anytime we put out new content. And just a fun little tip, sometimes I tend to talk a little bit slower as I'm explaining something. So what I like to do is I watch it on 1.5 or even 2 times speed. So hey, sometimes just trying to help you out, right? So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. So I will pull up some graphics here and there as we go. Try to help you visualize. Some people are better at listening. Some people are better at visualizing. And hey, sometimes I'm human and I stumble on my stuff, so I might say something wrong as well. But what I want to do here real quick, I want to start with the splits for each company. So eXp Realty, where I came from, I spent some time at eXp. Well, let me first start by saying this. eXp and Epique Realty are both cloud brokerages. They both allow you to build these teams nationwide, whereas Epique is still developing nationwide. eXp is an international company. Epique is still working on that. But they do allow you to have multiple licenses or have licenses in multiple different states, having all just one cap. So that is one similarity to keep in mind. And again, so eXp Realty, they have an 80-20 commission split, and that is at a 16,000 cap, and that stays at 16,000. Now, if we look here, right, you got 80-20 commission split, 16,000 cap. After that, you earn 100% of your commission for the remainder of the anniversary year. So with that, there is a $250 cap transaction fee. So basically what that means is once you cap, there is a $250 transaction fee that also has a $5,000 cap. And then once that cap is met, it's reduced down to $75. So you do have the $16,000 cap, and you do have the standard costs. You do have the $149 startup fee. You do have an $85 a month cloud brokerage fee, and you also have a $25 broker fee and a $40 risk management fee. Please look down below. These are U.S. fees only. Number 3, the broker review is per transaction, so that never goes away. The $40 risk management fee that does have a cap at $500. So once you hit $500, you don't have that fee anymore. Another little caveat that I'll also mention a little bit later, with the $85 a month cloud brokerage fee, that does come with all the different tech in eXp world, and it also comes with the KB Core CRM. Some people have upgraded, or some people might use their own CRM either way, but some people have upgraded to what they call the Chime or Lofty CRM, which is an additional $40 for Lofty CRM if you decide to go that route. Now we're going to dive into Epique Realty. So now we're kind of do that side-by-side comparison. So Epique Realty, we have an 85-15 split, and we have a 15,000 cap, which is for team leaders and solo agents, similar with eXp as well. We'll dive into teams a little bit further, but let me show you the graphic here so it'll kind of help you walk through the fees and commission at Epique Realty. So here we are in the commission splits and fees for Epique. Like I said, we have an 85-15 split, as low as $99 a month. So there is a join fee of $99 for Epique Realty versus the $149 that you have at eXp. But we do have a $149 or $99 a month. Most people will try to go at $99 a month, where they pay annually, or if they have power agent status. But that you can go at low as $99 a month. We also do have a low 0.1% transaction fee. And with that 0.1 transaction fee, there's a cap, there's a limit of $500 per transaction. So if you have $1 million sale, it's still only $500 transaction fee. That fee also does have a cap of $5,000. So similar to eXp, Epique does have a cap of $5,000. And once you hit that cap, For Epic, the transaction fee goes down to a max of $250 for that anniversary year. On top of that, there is no franchise fees. There's no annual fees, no desk fees, no other hidden fees. One other thing that separates Epic from eXp, beside, just a little bit lower cap, a little bit higher percentage that you get, there is a declining cap feature where your cap will decrease each year for the first 5 years. This is kind of self-explanatory. I mean, year 1, 15, then 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. It stops at 10 into perpetuity until you're no longer at Epic or whatever else happens. You have now a cap of $10,000. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea, on step 1 with the commission splits and fees for eXp versus Epic. Just a quick recap: we have 85-15 at Epic, 80-20 at eXp, a $16,000 cap at eXp, a $15,000 starting cap at Epic Realty with a declining cap. And as you saw, some of those fees there, we're not going to go over that again. But next up, we're going to talk about the teams at Epic versus eXp Realty. Now for the teams, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail. I do have a video I'll link up here below that goes in all about Epic Realty teams. But just so you know, there are some similarities between eXp and Epic Realty team options. And those similarities are this, right? So eXp, they do have a domestic team option, where at Epic Realty, they call it more of a family team, where you could be husband and wife, or could be a family duo, brother, sister, whatever it might be. So you do have those options. They both also do have the standard team option, where you have your standard team just like most people operate. Also what they call a self-organized team at eXp, and they also do have an unofficial team at Epic. They are pretty much the same, where they both have their full caps as if they're both team leaders or solo agents. They do have what they call a power team at Epic Realty. Let me just quickly break this down. To qualify as a power team at Epic Realty, there's a couple of things that you would have to meet, and that is either 140 million in production or 40 plus sales. Those are some of your prerequisites to have a power team at eXp Realty. And like I said, we're not going to cover all the different fees, just for reference. So a power team at Epic Realty would be $5,000 for the team members, and then it would be the normal cap as a team leader or solo agent at $15,000, which does decline. So eXp Realty, they have the mega team, where they would be at $16,000 for the team leader, or it would be $4,000 for mega team agent. One big differentiator when we're looking at, say, a power team or a mega team, or even a standard team at eXp versus a normal standard team at Epic Realty, the team members, the people that have the lower caps, do also have that option to get the power agent status and get their cap back in stock, where at eXp you don't have that option to get that back. So if you're a team at eXp, you don't have those same benefits. If you want to have the icon, you have to be at the full cap of $16,000 to get those benefits. And with Epic Realty, we do also have the benefits that we'll describe later. The team members do have access to the full realm of benefits. And another thing real quick, power teams at Epic, they do have a lower transaction fee as well, and there are some lower fees for the team members as well. And one other key bonus, so there are a minimum split amount for team leaders to give their team members. At eXp, that minimum is at 25%. At Epic Realty, that minimum is at 5%. So that could be a big deal if you're the team that is giving leads. Maybe you want to help your agents out by giving them a lower percentage. You do have the option to do that. Like I said, a minimum of 5% versus 25% at eXp. Hey, real quick, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me so far. I am a licensed agent. I'm here in this great state of Michigan, primarily in Southeast Michigan. I really do appreciate you watching my channel. I hope you're getting some information from here. If you have a referral in the Southeast Michigan area, I would love to help you take care of your client and give them the best service possible. All my information is down below. If you'd like to learn about Epic Realty, or if you have a referral, I'd love to help you out. All my information is down below. And hey, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that little notification bell make sure you get notified anytime we put out new content. Let's keep moving forward. Up next is the stock equity program. Both these companies do offer stock. eXp is a publicly traded company. Epique Realty is still private. Those do have their pros and cons depending on who you are and what kind of opportunity you see. First, we want to go into the free stock that these companies offer. I have more detail on Epique Realty. I'll post that link up above. But eXp, they give you 3 ways to earn free stock. And those 3 ways are to close your first transaction with eXp, 2 is to reach your cap, and 3 is when you sponsor someone and when that sponsor closes their first sale with eXp. And I guess technically there is a 4th way, and that's hitting the icon status at eXp, and we'll cover that more in the next section. And at Epique Realty, there are 6 ways where you earn free stock, and that's for simply joining Epique, that's for your anniversary year, that's for closing your first sale, that's for bringing an agent on board, that's for capping, and for hitting power agent status. So that's the 6 ways that you get stock. Like I said, eXp has 4 ways. Epique Realty has 6 ways. And they both do offer a stock equity program where you can purchase stock at a discount. So let's break that down real quick. So at eXp, they have a stock equity program where you can elect to go in or go out, and there's an option to go in there through their eXp platform, where you can elect to hold back 5% of your company commission to buy stock at a 10% discount at eXp. Whereas at Epique Realty, you do have an option on each transaction to withhold either 5 or 10% back in commission to purchase stock at a 20% discount. So there is a 20 versus a 10% discount, and you do have the option to put up to 10% into the company stock. You can build a little bit more stock here at Epique Realty at a little bit steeper discount. But again, yes, I know eXp is publicly traded where Epique is not publicly traded. There are the risks involved there. Hey, next up, we're going to go over the icon status versus the power agent status. So eXp has what they call the icon agent. Epique Realty has what they call the power agent status. So the icon this is the most common way to get it, is when you cap, whatever that might be, probably nationwide, it's probably in that kind of 8 to 10 sales range. And then also spending $5,000 more in transaction fees, which equates to right around, 20 deals. So typically right around that kind of 27 to 30 deals, sometimes more depending on what it is when you hit the icon status at eXp Realty and you get your stock back. Now, similarly with Epique Realty, you do have the power agent status, but their stipulations are a little bit different, where they have, to reach their power agent is 24 plus deals or 10 million in sales. So, let's say if you're an agent that's in a little bit different price point, let's say your average price point is 150 or 200,000, that would take you a whole heck of a lot longer to reach, icon agent at eXp versus at Epique Realty. It's still at 24 deals or 10 million. So you do have that option. And there is one big separator between the two. Power agent, you get up to 15,000 in shares or 1,500 shares, whichever is less. Obviously right now that's a little bit lesser, but the one big differentiator between the two is a couple of different benefits that comes with Epique versus eXp. So eXp, for instance, if you hit the icon status, you don't just get your award. You do get half, you get to 8,000, and then you get another 4,000 for different trainings that you host within the eXp cloud, and you get another 4,000 for attending a couple of national events. That can be a challenge if you have a family like I do. You see all my kids' stuff in the background here. That's a challenge to go on vacation and go on trips to get your stock back. We're at Epique Realty. There's no cultural requirements. You don't have to do any training and stuff like that. We do have inside power coaches. Like I said, we mentioned Rob Stein, and we have other classes and other things coming up in the pipe as well. But the other nice bonus with a power agent, you do get the lower monthly. But the biggest thing that for a power agent is you get double revenue share. So you get 2x revenue share on your front line. So that's a major differentiator when you are a power agent status. Real quick, again, a quick breakdown. You have over here eXp is your cap plus around 20 transactions, where Epique Realty, you do have 24 sales or 10 million in sales. You do get your cap back at Epique Realty no matter what, whereas as eXp, you have to meet the cultural requirements. In Epique Realty, you also do get the double revenue share on your frontline agents. Now next, let's move on to the tech stack. So they both do have a CRM. Epique Realty does use Lofty. eXp, you do have the option for KV Core or Lofty for an additional $40 charge. So there are some similarities there on that side of it. eXp does have SkySlope. We're going to be using Dotloop here very soon, depending on when you're watching this. eXp also does have their workplace. They do have their eXp World, obviously. For Epique Realty, we do have the Epique Cloud, which is kind of our one-stop shop for all things. If you're ordering signs, listings, doing the whole referral network, all that stuff is hosted on the Epique Cloud. And a couple other things that we do have to this date at Epique Realty, I'll try to post something up here. We do have a Canva Pro account. We do have AI certification and a bunch of different AI tools. We also have Social Bay, which really helps with posting on your social media account. It's kind of an automated process. It makes it simpler for us agents that are busy selling homes. So that's a real quick breakdown on the tech stack of eXp versus Epique Realty. So hopefully you guys are getting some value from this. Hey, like I said, this is Travis Junty. I'm with Epique Realty. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell to make sure you get notified anytime we put out new content. And hey, if you would like to learn what it's like to partner with me at Epique Realty, all my contact information is down below. Call, text, email, whatever it is. Let's reach out. Let's have a discussion and see if this is a fit for you. Like I always say, there is a fit for everybody. Epique Realty is not a fit for everybody, but let's find that out. Let's have that conversation. So next on the list is the training and mentoring eXp versus Epique Realty. We'll just hit up real quick on eXp. Like I said, I came from eXp. I actually was a certified mentor over there. So a new agent at eXp, when they come in, they have a what they call a certified mentor, and they have that for the first 3 deals. And I believe that was at a 20% cut. So that new agent is automatically signed into this certified mentor program if they don't have a certain amount of sales in their previous 12 months, which is obviously for a new agent or a struggling agent. So they have a 20% cut on their first 3 deals, plus their normal cut that they have, the 80-20 that they give to eXp. Whereas at Epique Realty, what we have is what they call area leaders, and we do have the coaching platform as well. But the area leaders are basically, they're strategically placed across the nation, and they are helping these agents grow. They're helping them with open houses or training, whatever it might be. And they also have a collaboration effort as well, where they're trying to get together at least once a month to really kind of collaborate with those agents. What I also want to do, I know eXp, they talk about all the massive training opportunities that they have, and I want to kind of dive in to the eXp cloud so you have a little bit of an idea of what they're talking about when they're talking about all the different training. So here we are, we're in eXp cloud. This is Tuesday, March 5th. This is all the training, right? So you do have a lot of Canada stuff. You have some UK stuff. A lot of the green stuff is more your training. There's really not a ton of like training. I mean, like stuff that you would be like, oh, I have to get on this. Utility Connect. I mean, a lot of this stuff you're just not really going to get on. And I don't know if it used to be a lot more. I know they do have a university where they do have recordings and stuff like that. eXp, don't leave me alone. I loved your training. I loved what you had going on. I will go into more detail. But yeah, so I mean, this is some of their training that they have. I just wanted to be upfront. I mean, this is a lot of training, but a lot of it is stuff that you're probably not going to take. They do also have the state-specific training on the right-hand side. And I was one that really liked to plug in at eXp. And on top of that training, I was like I said, they do have workplace, and there's all kinds of different people that are posting their training or selling training. There is that as well. eXp does have a nice, if you're at eXp, I would advise you check out eXp Family Tree if you haven't heard it yet. There's lots of different training on there that you can find, people that are putting up different things. I have a lot of respect for the eXp Family Tree and the folks that started that. That's definitely a valued asset. Another good thing with their training at eXp is their YouTube channel. They do a lot of different training on their YouTube channel, which cheat code, I mean, that training is available to all agents nationwide. And that is on purpose, so I do appreciate you guys over at eXp that put in that effort to put out that training. Now, over at Epique Realty, we do have, like I said, we do have the partnership with Rob Stein and the Earth to Orbit program, where it's an interactive training. You can go through it at your own pace. Let's say you have an open house coming up, you can go through and do that training on your own and select different options and tell you what the best way is to host an open house. And this comes from a trainer that is actually still actively selling homes. and has taught people at scale, thousands of agents how to do the exact same thing. It all comes down to a matter of implementation. We can train till we're blue in the face, but if you don't implement, you're not going to get any better. And a couple other additions. I know Epique Realty, we're still working on some of the training platforms, some of the different things, buyer, seller courses and stuff like that. We do also have the Ryan Serhant training, which is a third-party training. We do have CE courses, which are available to agents for free as an Epique benefit as well. So there is that. We also do have a Business 360, Business Hub Blueprint 360. I can't remember off the top of my head, but anyways, that's more of a business planning training where it talks about how to run your business as a real estate agent, because let's be honest, 90-95% of us agents aren't really running our operations like a business. We're running by the seat of our pants. So next on the list is the benefits. Epique Realty versus eXp, or eXp versus Epique Realty benefits, where eXp, there's not a whole lot of benefits. You do have some, maybe some discounts in the eXp store, for signs and stuff like that. Epique Realty, same thing if you were to design your own signs. And eXp does offer a health sharing program, which is through Clearwater, I believe. I actually didn't end up going with that because I do have a health sharing program already. Epique Realty also does have a health sharing option, as low as $75 a month, and there's different plans for that as well. Now, if I'm being brutally honest, that's kind of where the eXp benefits stop. So Epique Realty, we do have, what they call free health care. You do have free mental health. And keep in mind, this is more of a virtual health. There's free prescriptions, and that's just for the stuff that are caring for us as agents. If you're a listing-based agent, there's a whole bunch of benefits. Free listing signs, free listing sign installation, listing photos, listing advertising, email blasts, it goes on and on. I mean, there's different AI tools built in there, Canva Pro, which all kinds of different edited templates. I mean, if you're looking for buyers and sellers guides, those are all in there. Oh shoot, what did I miss? I'll try to put something up here, but free TC service, free car washes. Hey, you want a free car wash? How about listing billboards? Is that going to help your listing sell, or maybe help you land that listing? Yeah, I think so. How about digital billboards for as long as you're an agent with Epique Realty? And it doesn't stop at digital billboards. There's all kinds of different marketing forms if you don't have digital billboards in your area. And yeah, I know I probably left some out. I probably left a couple out for eXp as well. But so that gives you an idea. When I was comparing, eXp versus Epique Realty, the list of benefits that you have, for a very similar price, even a little bit cheaper at Epique Realty, it was just the decision was just super easy. So we're not stopping at benefits. We still got some of the most exciting parts coming up yet. Now, this is somewhat of an extension of their benefits, but next we're going to talk about the leads that you get from eXp versus Epique Realty. And I'll be honest, I mean, a lot of people aren't fully plugging into eXp, so they may not be getting the leads that are available. I was taking all the classes that you could for eXp, be it the Express offers or the Revenos program with Relo and REO and different things that are in there. So I took advantage of those things. I did have one relocation opportunity that I was able to close. I had another relocation opportunity, but unfortunately that one didn't go through to the end. But the thing with those, they come with a higher split where you're sitting at about 48 to 50 plus % split plus your company split on top of that. So sometimes you might be only getting 20-30% of that sale. Yes, I understand, a little bit of a sale is better than zero sales for sure. If you look at Epique Realty, we do have free leads, and these come with no splits. And these are, primarily right now, I mean, there's for sale by owners, there's expireds, there's canceled. You have the Google pay-per-click leads. You do also have your listings are advertised for free on things like Facebook and Instagram. So any leads that come from that would come directly to you. And Epique Realty is working on different partnerships with, things like Realtor.com and Prime Street and some others that are coming down the pipe as well. And hopefully that gives you kind of a general idea. I mean, both of them do have very good CRMs where you can create your own leads, by posting listings or whatever you do on your CRM. And that, like I said, this isn't a video for that. They both do have that resource. Maybe the moment you've been waiting for, and one of the reasons why I came over to Epique Realty is revenue share. This is where we're going to break down the revenue share differences between eXp and Epique Realty. eXp is a little bit more challenging in how it works. So what I want to do is I want to pull up a graph to kind of help you walk through this. So here at at eXp, they do have a 7-tier system. And what they do also have is what they call frontline qualifying agents, where you can see this is the first level is obviously 0 to 4. You don't need any agents to qualify on that first level. But what makes it different is you do need agents to qualify on any levels below that. Keep in mind, this is now at 30 agents, for the 7th level. But you do need to have frontline qualifying agents. So that means within 6 months, they have to have a commission of $5,000. So every 6 months, they need to qualify by having a commission of $5,000. And if they don't qualify and you have agents on these lower levels, there are restrictions. You still can get paid, but it's only a small percentage. This is what they call the expansion share, 0.2, 0.1, and so on and so forth. So if you have 5 agents on your front line, you are opening up the second tier. So first tier is 3.5%, second tier is 3.8%. So that 3.5% is $2,800. The second tier, I believe, is $3,200, so on and so forth as you go the percentages. This is percentage of their adjusted gross commission income. And it's great that they do have the 7 levels, but you do have to keep in mind, the agents that actually do have more than 5, 10, 15 agents on their front line and qualifying at all times is very, very low. I mean, we're talking less than 1%, especially when you're looking at 15 plus agents where being an agent at eXp Realty makes a bigger difference for the rev share if you have 15 plus agents. Whereas at Epique Realty, for the majority of us agents in the US, it makes more sense because we have an unrestricted rev share. And to share a little bit of detail on that, like I said, there is no frontline qualifiers. And real quick, I do have a video I'll post up here above where I break down the revenue share, where I go into different comparison models of the different rev shares so you can have a full understanding. So no frontline qualifiers, no need to build a first level to access any other levels. Everything is unlocked from day one. We are 5 levels deep, not 7 levels deep. We are 5 levels deep. So that's 10% of company commission on every level, no variable rates. So let's say that somebody has a cap of 15,000. That would give you a max of 1,500 per agent. There is no levels, no locked levels. Like I said, all levels are open all the time. All 5 levels are accessible. Whereas at eXp, you don't typically have any other levels unlocked unless you're a big time influencer where you might have a lot of agents, or you're constantly recruiting. That's always a challenge. There are even agents at the upper echelon that are hiring full-time recruiters to keep their FLQAs up so they can get that lower tier money available. So there is no buffering and there is no restrictions and there is nationwide attraction. Another thing with the revenue share I didn't mention is we do have agent attraction leads, where Epique Realty will provide you leads, for people that are interested in joining Epique Realty after they go through our agent attraction training program. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the difference in the revenue share between eXp and Epique Realty. Oh, goodness, I hope you guys are enjoying this content. We got one last thing, and this is my most exciting thing, and this is talking about the business growth, the opportunity at these companies. Like I said, I came from eXp. I love the whole idea, the whole model, the whole idea of a virtual brokerage, the opportunity to own your own company. With the company stocks, they both offer that. I love the idea of revenue share, but the challenge is with the eXp, they do have that opportunity where you are a large established company. I don't think there's 90,000 agents anymore. This is 2024, early first quarter, but they do have over 87,000 agents. But they are losing a lot of agents to these other companies that are up and coming, Epique Realty being one of those. So with Epique Realty, as many of the new people came into eXp, they witnessed with their lower stock prices, and when they went public, that was a massive opportunity where Epique Realty, we are now sitting at that because, and even then our founders of Epique all came from eXp, and they made some changes for the better for us as agents. So you do have the opportunity for Epique stock being traded at pennies. You do have the revenue share opportunity where it's unrestricted, unfiltered. Those are some of the options that really separate Epique Realty versus eXp for myself. And just when I'm comparing apples to apples, as we just did just now, there's a lot of similarities, but where the differences are in the two companies, Epique Realty versus eXp, Epique is just far and away, they have way more benefits that are better for the majority of the agents. When you're looking at, the listing benefits, the car washes, the signs, the the photos, the TCs, the list goes on and on. When you're comparing those benefits from side to side, and you take away the revenue share and the stock opportunity, Epique Realty, 9 times out of 10 people will select that. And like I said, there's the different caveats within the company. If you're looking at Epique Realty, if you're looking at bringing a team, for instance, having a team and their team members being able to have power agent status, where you can't have that at eXp. You have the 5% split versus 25% split. You have the area leaders where you're all working on collaboration across the nation. Having that agent support for newer agents that don't feel like they're on an island. I mean, let's say you have your uplines is all in a different area where you still have that family atmosphere because you are with the area leader. You're with different agents in that community. You're all getting together. That's a big difference. For Epique Realty. If you look at eXp, for example, you hear all over Facebook groups. It's like, hey, who you choose as your sponsor matters, because why? Because it's a siloed atmosphere. They're talking about all the agents. You got to have somebody that's in your upline that has all kinds of different training available or different classes available. Where at Epique Realty, that's not as big of a factor. I mean, sure, there are sponsors that are better than others, myself included.
Hey, how you doing?
But we do also have the company-wide trading. We have the power coach. We have the business building programs. All those things that are available to all of us as agents. We do have the area leaders and mentors. So, hey, like I said, I always say make that decision for yourself. I'm not here to decide what you're going to do. I made this video so you can help educate yourself on what is best for you, eXp Realty or Epique Realty. And hey, if there's anything else you would like to learn, put it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Again, this is Travis Junty with the Agent Collab. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the little notification bell. Make sure you get notified anytime I put out new content. Until next time, I'm out.